the land of Volusia where legends unfold. A group of misfits, their fate yet untold. On a path unexpected, through trials they roam. Together they find what makes a hero's home. Accidental heroes, rising from the shadows, with courage in their hearts and fire in their souls. Low initiative, but mighty in their quest. In the world of Volusia, they face every test. Dungeons and dragons, they venture so bold. With every new challenge, their stories unfold. From town to town and forest deep and wide, accidental heroes with friends by their side. Accidental heroes, rising from the shadows, with courage in their hearts and fire in their souls. Low initiative, but mighty in their quest. In the world of Volusia, they face every test. Through Tuesday night they gather round the table, rolling dice, weaving tales, as long as they're able. A world of magic, danger and lore, accidental heroes forevermore. Accidental heroes, rising from the shadows, with courage in their hearts and fire in their souls. Low initiative, but mighty in their quest. In the world of Volusia, they face every test. Every Tuesday night, they gather around the table, rolling dice, weaving tales, as long as they're able. A world of magic, danger and more, accidental heroes forevermore. Oh.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Tuesday night again, and we are about to start our D&D session. Honestly, I don't remember what session we're on at this point.
17.
17. We're about to start session 17. And we did the rolls, but we decided to go with somebody who hasn't done one yet. So, Mouse is going to do our recap.
Alright, well, we found another skull for collection. The skull itself isn't special, but it's wearing cool goggles, so we need to figure out. We got the abacus, left the temple, light threw pants at Frydak, and Frydak had a bit of an extreme reaction. And then we made it to Castlehorn, where Helena decided to, after hearing a song about her and her husband, decided to leave the party to go investigate his gravesite, I think it was.
Mm-hmm. Oh.
Yeah, where his ghost had appeared to the bard who sang the song. We got did some shopping, and I think that's pretty much where we left.
Yep. All right. So, you woke, you read the letter, and had some magic items dispersed between you in the form of gifts from your former party mate. And with that, that's where we left off. You've got your long rest. What do you all want to do?
Do we want to try to see the king? Do we have a reason to?
I mean, I don't know that we have a strong reason to see the king, and we have been forbidden to go into that part of the city by the guards.
Well, I think that was partially because we told them that we weren't here to see him.
I mean, are we here to see him?
Not really.
I mean, to be honest, I don't know that I or Thomas know anything about said king,
I don't think Mouse would either.
except that he's the king, and like, okay.
Just another person.
I'm guessing we're still in that tavern.
Yes, you would be in the basement of that
Yeah.
tavern. Well, main floor of the tavern, rather.
So, is there like an outdoor like deck area or something like that, or like a bench outside, or?
There's a front porch area on the front of the tavern.
Friday's gonna go outside and sit on the porch and just look at his friendship bracelet.
All right. What are the rest of you?
So I wonder if the king would like to know about what the meteor strike brought.
Well, we could
Yeah.
we could see that.
You know, just the proposition of a false hydra. And what that could mean for certain communities in the kingdom. If
We could
there's
definitely-
another one.
yeah.
That is if the... Sorry, I don't have my notes, so I don't remember names. But in Talahara, that guy, like, I
Zorus?
assume... Yeah, Zorus. I would assume that Zorus would, like, relay important information, since he is the leader of that town, but I don't know. Just the king, I don't think would be expecting us.
We could always approach the guards and be like, "Hey, we were wondering if the king would like to hear more about that asteroid and the danger that it posed to the kingdom." Something along those lines.
I mean, Friday is not with you, but was there an asteroid even in this area?
I mean, I'm assuming the asteroid would have been visible from here because it's an asteroid, and usually they're.
Yeah, we don't
You
know
absolutely
where
would
the
be able to see it
other...
from here.
So we saw the one. If I remember somebody mentioning something about there being multiple ones. Though.
Yeah, it broke apart, and we only know where one piece landed.
Yes.
Nope.
That is
And I
correct.
guess Verdorn is about as far away from Talahara as it is from Castlehorn. So if we saw it from Talahara, they probably would have seen it in Castlehorn, at least.
Yeah.
Most likely, yes.
So y'all want to try?
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're going to attempt to make your way up to a guard.
I
might.
think finding the original guard that we talked to would be the best course of action.
Okay, so you're looking for.
Are you sure that guy was kind of a jerk?
To be honest, I would probably just go and see what guard happens to be near this front gate to the inner circle and speak to them, but that's just me.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. Closer anyway.
Okay,
So,
so are you
I'm gonna-
actively searching out that guard, or are you looking for the one near the gate?
I think I'm gonna go to the gate, unless I'm convinced otherwise.
When they exit the tavern, I'll just follow them.
Out of memory.
Out of
Sounds like a Monday to me. Do I see any guards like here?
So at that front gate, you would see a male dragonborn, middle-aged.
Hello, good sir.
Hello.
I was wondering if it might be interesting to the king to hear about the asteroid that landed and the dangers that it potentially poses to the kingdom. From the people who stopped at least one encounter.
I see. Do you have the necessary the key to get through the gate? Do you have the mark of the king? Does he know you're coming?
He doesn't know we're coming. We're just stopping in town, but we were thinking about it and thought it might be of use for him to know about it. But what is this about a key?
It would be a mark of the king. It is the key to the gate. It's not a physical key, but it is the key to be able to get past us. Only those who possess the mark of the king can make their way to the inner courts.
How does one get
Hey,
a
Frydak.
king?
Do you have that mark on your shoulder that you took off? Do you have that piece?
I'll reach into the bag of holding and grab the piece of my armor that has the mark on it.
Somehow I don't think that's gonna be right.
That is most certainly not the mark
That
of
was
this king.
okay.
How does one acquire a mark of the king?
You would need to either be sent by one of his nobles, one of his trusted nobles, or he would send for you directly. In which case, you would be presented with...
What if we come on behalf of Zorus, Lord of Talahara?
We would have to verify this information.
These guys seem pretty strict around here. I don't know if we're specifically sent on behalf of. I whisper that to the group, trying to not let the guard hear.
I have an idea.
Oh boy.
I would
Alright.
like to head back to the temple and talk to one of the priests again, clerics,
Okay.
and ask him to send a message to Zorus explaining the situation, that we would like to warn the king of Castlehorn about the impending danger, and to see if he can give us something that will allow us to see the king. Or send some word to the cleric to some proof that we mean what we say. Does that make any sense?
It does. So, you ask for that message.
And then I'll wait patiently for the cleric.
Alright, so Albus, the little halfling, sends another message out to Zorus. Zorus responds in kind. I have already sent word to the king, but it would be useful for him to be able to ask you questions directly, since you were there and witnessed all this firsthand. I will send word to the king's messenger, and you should be able to meet at the gate and pick up this mark of the king.
Do you know how long that will take? I'm just guessing a few days.
So, the cleric looks at you and says, "So the messenger of the king has the same abilities I do.
Oh,
It's instantaneous."
that's helpful.
Yes. This is the best way to send messages quickly throughout the kingdom, especially in events of peril. So there is one messenger at hand in all of our major cities.
So we should be able to go to the messenger and get the mark of the king.
Yes. The message said that you would be able to go to the front gate where our Dragonborn card is, and it should be waiting for you there.
Okay. Thank you very much for your help again, and will you at least let me pay you some gold this time?
I would not take the gold myself, but you are always willing. You're always welcome to donate to the church.
Okay, I will drop 5 gold into the coffers before I leave.
Thank you for your generosity.
Thank you.
All right,
So I guess we can go back to the Dragonborn now.
yes, you can go back to the Dragonborn, who is standing at the gate with the door open. You see a small halfling come skittering through the doorway, hand over a small gold coin, and then run back in. Well, it looks like you may have been telling the truth there. And it seems you've gotten the king's interest here. So, here's your mark. Be sure to return it before you leave, unless he states otherwise.
Thank you very much for your assistance, sir.
You're welcome. This way. Opens the gate up long enough for you all to walk through and then shuts it firmly behind you.
Cool.
We're fancy.
Are we? Yeah, but are we
So-
fancy like Applebee's?
Oh my gosh.
Hopefully fancier? Considering Applebee's?
Hey,
Um,
hey, we might get sponsored and get free food. Who knows? Anyway.
okay.
Yeah. 2 weeks from now. Huge thanks to our sponsor, Applebee's.
Strangely enough, Trap doesn't get any.
Uh,
Aww.
He only gave us 5 coupons.
Anyway, so now that we're on this side of the wall, is there anything we notice of interest? Any specialized shops, anything like that, or is it just like housing and?
there is several noble houses. There is also a merchant stand on the inside. Got one on the outside, one on the inside wall. And let's see here. There's also a school of magic, which would be this large
Ooh.
building here.
Fancy.
Ooh.
Yes. So that would be everything that you would see in there. I do believe the blacksmith.
So what
is
are all
on
those
the outside.
multicolored tents in the middle?
That is the
That'd be
market.
the market.
Oh, okay. So, but it, like a different market, like better stuff market.
It is the. Oh wow, forgot about them.
The
Okay,
noble market.
it is the inner court market. So there would be better items here.
Nice.
They are more expensive, but they are better items.
Does there appear to be any kind of armor or anything like that?
Let me see here. There should be the knight. That's the knight. The blacksmith. No, there is not an armor on the inside that you can see, that you would have access to. The blacksmith is on the outside. That's the one that you have
Sure.
Is there an
access
artificer?
to. There is a school of magic, but I do not have an artificer in this area.
Being a dum-dum with D&D, is it possible to enchant magical powers into things like armor and such to add protection or whatever by magic users, or by like a school of magic?
It is.
You would need an enchantment table.
No. Oh gosh.
And preferably a book.
Or collect
Maybe on XP farm.
It is possible to enchant, depending on the level of enchantment. It does take a number of days to weeks, depending on how strong the enchantment is. And it is usually rather expensive to do, but yes, it is possible.
Thomas goes fishing.
It's generally cheaper to just buy already enchanted armor than it is to enchant your own armor.
That's
Yes.
fair. That's fair.
So he's got
All
a
right,
lot of
just
ammo.
curious. Thank you. Anyway, at that
So
point,
are we
I don't see anything in
exploring, or are we
particular
going
I
straight to
need,
the
so I would
castle?
go to the king, but
Okay. And the rest of you?
Do we
I-
need another bag of holding?
ooh.
I
I
mean,
mean, our isn't actually very full.
I don't think
Yeah,
that's
but
what
if we
he's
turn
thinking.
that one inside out,
What is your? Why do you? Why am I asking questions?
what?
He's just remembering last time around.
He shouldn't be. That's metagaming, sir. The little demon football does not exist.
As far as
it's
bags of
it's-
holding go,
I mean,
So,
he
wait,
probably
wait.
does exist in the world.
So-
Maybe.
so weird question. Would it be common knowledge that
No.
if you turn out what?
It would not be common knowledge that if you turn a bag of holding inside out, that
It dumps its contents?
it dumps its contents. No, it is not common knowledge. That would be something that would be more specialized. Whereas a bag of holding is not a common item to have. If you remember, it cost 2,500 gold pieces for you to buy it. And that is more than most commoners see in their entire lifetime.
And we don't have that much in the party fund, just to mention.
You know. What we
pretty sure
need to
the
do?
party barely has that much together.
Maybe.
We need to sell that rug. That's what we need to do.
What?
Why do we need to sell it?
Listen,
It's
just
very
because
good.
it doesn't benefit you, don't mean that we need to sell it,
It
So
could definitely come in handy.
right?
We just haven't had an instance where we needed it yet.
right. So what you're saying is you just need to get rid of Friday.
Well,
No.
Product has the ability to wild shape into flying creatures.
And other people
Not
could
yet.
get across things.
Yeah.
To then lower the drawbridge for Frydak or whatever.
This is true.
Braddock is in another castle.
Oh boy.
Anyway, okay. I'm gonna head to the king.
Yeah, I think it's probably a good idea.
Okay.
Yeah, follow Thomas.
Alright, so we don't have anybody stopping at the merchants. Perfect. Alright, so just going to the king.
I think we did our shopping last session.
Yes. Just, it's nice to know. Because that means I can just go straight to this.
Oh, I had intended on shopping when I come back out.
Okay, that's fine. I can go back to those pages.
Nope, they're gone forever. Burned.
He
Alright.
still has stuff from the last campaign. He ain't burning nothing.
Yeah, no, I don't burn anything. Alright, so as you walk up to the main gate, you see a Dragonborn and an Azamar in full plate armor cross their swords as you try and cross into the throne room and request to see your coin.
Oh. I mean, to be honest, Thomas probably would have been holding that out if he had the ability to have had it as he walked up to the guards.
Okay.
But, okay.
Then the guards are going to say, they're going to ask you to announce yourself, so they need to know what the name is to announce to the king.
Accidental hero.
The group Accidental Heroes.
That is interesting. Okay, I'll be right back. Comes back. The king will see you now. So as you enter, the throne room, you see 4 individuals sitting in thrones. You see a older human gentleman, which is obviously the king, King Allard Grosdale. Beside him, you see a slightly younger than him woman, which is the queen, Agrona Grosdale. To the right of Agrona, you see a younger man, short brown hair, hazel eyes, dressed real nicely, the Prince, Bromley Grosdale. And then, on the opposing side, you see a familiar face. A mid-20s female, billowing brown hair, green eyes, attire surprisingly toned down compared to the others of her affluence. Fair skin, kind face. The Princess Idina Grosdale, which you fought in the tournament.
Oh.
Oh, so we recognize her, but she probably doesn't recognize us.
That would be
Yeah, she wouldn't
correct.
know us.
Because they all lost their memory, but we did not.
Mhm.
Can
Okay.
you repeat the names of the king and queen, please?
Yes, absolutely. Allard and Agrona. Allard and Agrona.
And is it Grosdale?
Grossdall. Allard Calville Grosdal the Fourth.
So, Roach is just gonna, or not Roach, Frydak is just gonna wave at Adina. It's like, hi!
She's going to look at you very confused and do a parade wave back at you.
Do you remember me?
I can't say that I think
Remember-
I've ever laid eyes on you.
The marionette said that everyone else would forget about the whole thing.
Oh.
Mary
Yeah, he probably wiped your memory.
Father, are we sure about these? They were spoken for by Zorus. Are we sure they've got... What did you come here to tell me about this comet?
Well, we've tracked the comet. The comet itself has some very interesting properties in the metal, but it also seemed to have some sort of a creature attached to it that was terrorizing a town and killing its residents without their knowledge. It's called a false hydra. There's a whole book about it in the library back at Verdorn. Verdorn? I'm right?
Yep.
Okay.
I see. And Verdorn, is that where the creature was?
Yes. Most of the inhabitants, unfortunately, seem to have died, but the false hydra has been slain, and the city is safe for now.
Well, that is most unfortunate about the inhabitants of my great city there. I am happy to hear that the beast has been slain. Who was responsible for slaying the beast?
We took care of that.
Oh, well then you have my deepest thanks.
We wanted to warn people because we weren't 100% certain, but there's a possibility that same creature could have been attached to the other comets that fell.
I see.
And we just wanted to get the word out and to let people know how to deal with it in case a comet fell near them.
Also, if the comet fell, even if there is no creature, the comet itself should not be mined, as doing so seems to have unexpected results.
If you have a comet near you, it's probably best to send people from your magic school to investigate it, because they'll be the best to understand how to deal with it. Any piece or any part of the comet that drops to the ground will produce a random terrifying monster, and there's about a 50% chance that it will attack and about a 50% chance that it will be nice to you.
See.
It does disappear and turn back into a rock after about a minute or so.
Well, the little ones did.
But inside of that minute, anything could happen, and some of the monsters that we have seen come from that are truly terrifying.
That is rather unsettling. Seeing as how we only had one fall in our kingdom, that means that the other 5 could be in the hands of any of the other kingdoms or any nefarious beings. And
The one that fell in Verdorn, the reason that we know about the monsters is because we unwittingly mined it and broke it into pieces. After the creatures dissipated or we defeated them, we took the remains to the School of Magic in Telahara.
Oh, I see. I'm sure you only did that once. Oh.
Yeah.
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 Once. Mouse wasn't there, so she doesn't know.
Well. it is very fortunate that you did not lose anyone in that instance. However,
At least anyone that we remember.
I see.
So the properties of a false hydra are terrifying because the way that it operates is that its heads give off a song, and anyone within a mile of that song, it is not able to see the hydra or its effects. So whenever we first walked into Verdorn, it looked like a regular town to us. There was a lot less people than we would have thought going into the town. And we also noticed that there were some people that were supposed to be from that town that nobody had ever heard of. One of which being Gavin's daughter, Gwendolyn. Gavin had never even remembered that he had a daughter. Because it turns out that if someone is eaten by the false hydra, it wipes their existence from anyone's memory within a mile. So by Gavin's reckoning, he never had a daughter named Gwendolyn.
That is truly an awful creature.
There was someone else in our party that we do not remember because while we were there, he was eaten by the Hydra, but we have no memory of his existence.
I am sorry for your loss, but I hope that due to this creature's abilities, you harbor no pain.
Most of us do.
I see. Well, that is certainly a lot to take in. There is a strong possibility that I'm going to have to send out strike teams, to locate these other comets before they get placed into the wrong hands and weaponized against us. If one has fallen in the dark domain, then we definitely must get to that one quickly.
Do you know the location of any of the other comets?
I do not as of yet. I do know that I saw 2 fall to the east. 1 to the north and 2 to the west. So, beyond the direction, I have nothing to go off of. I will most likely have to send out teams to do some creative espionage, locate these, and make their way back.
We're already heading towards Mayathun, which will take us to the north, so we can investigate along the way to see if we recognize any of the other attributes of this.
That would be most appreciated. Anything that you find, if you do not mind to have reported back to me.
Yes, sir.
Please do keep it discreet. We do not need the other kingdoms to know that we're looking for these or what they are capable of, if they do not already know.
And just as one final suggestion, if you do happen to get near a place near the crash sites, as it were, try as best you can to deafen yourself, so that if a Hydra is near, you won't be able to hear its song, and you'll be able to see its effects on the surrounding area.
That will be noted. Thank you for the extra information. Are there any other details you know about these comets or creatures?
Aware of anybody else?
Just that they will devour the citizens, and they can be in multiple places at once.
That's if false Hydra spawns each time. Like, remember when you guys broke it up into smaller pieces, it was different creatures.
Well, I don't think that the false Hydra was from the rocks.
Oh, okay.
I think it appeared right after the meteor hit.
It did seem to be very coincidental, if not
Yeah.
from the rocks.
Well, what I mean is, it may have been attached to the comet when it fell, but I don't think it was a result of one of the comet pieces falling.
Oh yeah.
Because all of the other comet pieces, the monsters that spawned from those, they disappeared after about a minute.
Could also have been a size thing. Like maybe the larger ones stuck around longer. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
We don't
some of the
really
creatures
know.
that spawned whenever we dropped the thing were larger than a Hydra, and they vanished after about a minute.
Were they larger than the Hydra?
Yeah.
Well, and either way, now the thing is, maybe it's the longevity of how long the monster lasts, not the size of the monster.
Yeah, because I mean, if the Hydra came from
But I do
the
feel like
meteor,
even the larger chunks that we dropped lasted the same as the pebbles. But I could
Yeah.
be wrong.
They all, whether it was a pebble that we threw, or whether it was the large hand-sized, boulder or whatever that dropped, they still disappeared almost about a minute to a minute and a half after it appeared, and then turned back into a chunk of the comet.
I see. If only we had this comet or part of the comet to study. What happened to the pieces that you took with
The
you?
bulk of them are in Talahara at the School of Magic.
So-
I do have a pouch with about 4 pebbles left on me that one of our party members had before they left.
I think there were
I
3.
can take it to the School of Magic and give them one of the pebbles so that they can investigate it further.
That would be much appreciated. The faster we can get behind what is happening here, the sooner we can develop countermeasures. You could, if you don't mind, drop that off at the school with the headmaster, Vaquinal, please.
Vaquinal?
Yes.
Anybody else have anything?
I don't think so.
When you do make your way to the Academy of Spells, just let them know that I've sent you, and that I have a special task for them.
Okay, I will show them the coin that we have.
Thank you. If that is all that you have for me, then I bid you farewell and safe travels.
Okay, thank you. And then Fredek will once again wave at him. Bye!
Goodbye, odd one. Father, I still don't know what they're talking about with the puppet. Don't worry, dear. I'm sure there's some explanation behind
Do we
it.
hear that when do we hear her say that?
I'm sure you do on the way out the door.
Oh, that's because he wiped your memory.
Yes, of course. That makes perfect sense. Are we sure they're talking about things coming out of rocks?
Yeah, that's how we met each other. We were all in different places, and then a puppet master kidnapped us and put us in cages and made us fight groups of other people. in games of fake murder, and I think I killed you once, and then you got better. He made you get better, and then he said if anyone loses, they get their memory wiped and they get placed in a random part of the world. So after you got fake murdered, he took you away and wiped your memory.
Daddy, I would feel much more comfortable if they were no longer in this room.
Alina's gonna
Mouse?
walk up to Frydek, pat him on the shoulder, and be like, "Hey, just leave it for now."
Okay.
Yeah, Mouse is gonna be pulling Frydek. Like, we gotta go.
And then we'll leave.
Once we've left, I'm going to. Hey, everybody! I'm not sure how I felt about the comment about the task for the school. Did anybody else get a bad feeling about that?
I just assumed that he was going to have them to say, the king wants to see you. That's all I was going to say. Because he didn't tell us what task it was.
He didn't, but he kept it very vague. I'm almost worried he's going to try to weaponize these rocks, but...
I mean, I gathered that by his, quote, strike teams comment. That sounded very odd. Why he phrased it like that, strike teams. That just... I think on our way out, and I know what you're going to say. I know you say we don't trust him. I think on our way out, I should go visit the cliff again and send a message to Boris and just let him know what the king said. Because that strike team comment kind of scares me.
I might, in that message, not mention that we have 4 rocks.
No, I
I
wasn't.
think you only have 3.
Yes, I have 3 pebbles. So I'm going to give 1 to the school here and then keep the other 2 for now.
Okay.
You don't think I should give 1 to the school here?
I think we should send that communication without mentioning the pebbles at all.
Well, I wasn't going to tell Boris
And then
about the pebbles
and then
at all.
see what his response is before deciding whether or not we give them 1.
Wait. I'm confused.
Well, you said you were going to send a message over there, and then,
Well,
I'm assuming hear back
I was
from what
going
they say.
to go to the school, give them the pebble, tell them what the king said, then go to the cleric and send the message to Zorus.
I think Thomas wants to do the message first. See
Yeah.
Zorus's reaction.
But can we go? Because once we leave here, we have to coin back to the guard, and then we can't get back into the school. So we have to do school first, because once we leave these gates...
Technically,
we
he
won't
said
be able
give
to
the
get
coin
in.
back when we're done here. We still have to come back to give the pebble to the school, so we're not done here.
No, we have to give the coin back to the Dragonborn at the inner gate.
Yeah, but
That's
once we've done everything the king said we had to do before we give the coin back, which one of the things is give them a pebble.
The Dragonborn doesn't know what the king told us to do.
This is true.
The Dragonborn only knows that he gave us the coin, we go into the inner court. The second we leave the inner court, we give the coin back.
We could just say we're on an errand for the king and we need to hold on to the coin a little longer.
I'm afraid that if we get caught in a lie or something, that we're going to be put in prison.
What if you look for the pebble and can't find it at the School of Magic?
Again, Friday doesn't know how to lie, guys. This is extremely gaming, but his deception's in the toilet. Well, I mean, it's a +2, but still. He doesn't have very good deception. Friday don't know how to lie.
+2's in a toilet for you. That's half of my skills.
And he doesn't like lying also. Friday doesn't like lying.
It's not necessarily lying, because we are still on an errand. We're just taking a
I
sidetrack
think
first.
once we leave the inner court, he's going to take the coin back, and then we can't get back into the School of Magic.
I'm just a little uncomfortable leaving it here, although I guess they already at Talahara have the rest of it, unless Talahara is not going to give it to them.
Well, I mean, I would hope that Talahara keeps to their word and just sit under lock and key.
Technically, they are a subject of this king.
Okay, so I have an idea. I'm gonna give the pebbles to Mouse, let her go to the school, and I'm just gonna go to the cleric and leave. And whatever she does at the school, Friedak doesn't know about it. Whether she gives him a pebble or doesn't, whether she can't find one, Friedak is doing air quotes, even though he doesn't know what they mean. He's seen other people do air quotes. That's not what it means. If she can't find one, oh well. But Frieda's just going to watch us and walk away. Gives Mouse the pouch with 3 pebbles in it.
Right.
And then he's just going to leave, and he's also going to give her the king's coin. And then he's going to approach the gate by himself with the Dragonborn.
The Dragonborn opens the gate. Where's the rest of your party?
They had to take care of something at the School of Magic, and I need to run an at the clerics. They had the coin with them. Can I pass through? You can search me if you want. I don't even have a bag of holding on me.
Just as long as the symbol makes its way back into my hand before you leave
Yes.
the city.
They'll whenever they leave the inner circle.
Very well.
And then I will go to the cleric, and I'll be like, "Hi, I know, 3rd time today. I'm sorry." He's gonna put another 5 gold in the coffer. Can I send another message really quick? I need to wait for an answer for this one.
All right. Where's this one going? I am running low on spell slots though, so this will have to be the last one.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I will not bother you again today. If I need something else, I will wait until tomorrow. I promise.
All right. Now, where is this one going?
Once again to Zorus. Is there a way that I can send a message, a secret message, to where you don't know what the message is? Or do you have to know?
I have to speak the message.
Tell Vorus I told the king about the comets and the false hydra, and that he wants to send what he calls strike teams, and please use those words exactly, to investigate the other asteroids, which, to be honest, kind of worries me because it sounds like he may want to weaponize them.
Right. Now, before I send this message, I do want to give you a little bit of a heads up.
Okay?
Our king has been very benevolent to the world here. His strike teams are to deal with large hostile threats.
I understand that. We were talking about very dangerous stones, and then the next immediate thing he says is strike team, and those are my concerns, and I would like to let Vorus know of my concern.
Absolutely, I will be happy to let Zorus know.
Thank you very much.
Alright, so he reaches out to Zorus, lets him know, and then the message comes back through and he relays. Zorus essentially says, Yes, strike teams would make sense for the way that you have described what creatures can come out of these stones. You wouldn't want to send a commoner to try and carry one of these things. If it
That's
falls
true.
out of their pocket and hits the ground, the entire team's going to die. So his strike team is what he uses to take out young dragons and other large hostile threats. So that would make sense.
And I know I can't respond to Zoris, but I'll tell the cleric, thank you very much for your help. And then I will go back to the tavern and wait on the rest of my party.
Alright. What are the rest of you doing?
Oh, I guess we're going to the School of Magic.
Alright.
Or at least I am.
And of
Oh,
course,
no,
we
it-
didn't hear
Right.
any of that.
No.
Right. Almost wish you guys had gone to the School of Magic before we acted that out.
There.
Alright, so you're going inside of the School of Magic. You're looking for
Mhm.
Bakwanow?
Yeah.
Okay. So after asking around a little bit, you are directed to a main office. You see an older elf female. I'm sorry, an older elf male. Very feminine voice. Yes, and what can we do for you today?
The king wanted us to give you a piece of the meteor that fell near Verdorn to study.
I see. And, what would the purpose of studying this space rock be?
Well, if thrown to the ground, then monsters pop out.
Wonderful.
Or a monster. Yeah, it's fun.
Wonderful. Please be careful with that. Matter of fact,
Mouse
I will
just-
take it from you.
Well, she doesn't want to give up the whole power, so she just takes one of the stones out and hands it directly to.
And, judging by the size of this stone, I'm assuming the monster is a tiny creature of some sort?
No. The last ones were
You have a cage?
quite large.
Quite large. And, what exactly do you mean by quite large?
I'm
Big
very
bear?
sorry. Does anybody remember what any of them actually were?
Oh, considering Mouse wasn't actually there, I
Like,
can't really say.
Thomas should remember.
They were all considered
Trap
large.
does not.
They were all considered large.
But is there any that I would remember being like a specific type of creature?
These are all
They all
creatures
have-
that you
Weird names.
have never seen before.
So I've never seen them, so I don't know what they are.
I think they're like
Okay.
aberration sort of monsters.
Okay, so then Thomas will be like, well, like some of them were the size of. Do you see that market stall over there? The big one. They were that big
Oh,
with claws.
from this pebble.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently.
So, about the size of a bear. A bear is considered large.
But
Okay.
it depends on the kind of bear.
Yeah. About the size of a dire bear, maybe.
Yeah.
So it's on the larger side of large.
Yes. Well, if that's the case, then he will be studying you very, very carefully. I'm going to handle this one myself. And you watch him pull out a glass jar that looks very, very familiar to you all.
Ooh, a stasis jar.
Pulls the cork off, gently sets the stone inside, and puts the cork back on.
I have one of those.
That should keep it safe. You have one of these as well. Wonderful. They're extremely handy for containing things like this. And she kind of looks at you and says, "It keeps terrible things like this," and she shakes the jar. And you watch the stone bounce around in there. Completely docile. And sets it down.
Good to know.
I understand that could have been very terrifying for you after having to deal with these, but I assure you that stasis jar does its job very well.
All right. Well, I think that's all we had to do here. Thank you for your time.
I think the king had a task for you as well. He didn't specify.
And what kind of task are we talking about?
He didn't specify.
Yeah, he did say to let you know that there was a task for you, but not what it was. Would you like us to go with you to find out what it was?
No, it's perfectly fine. I'll send one of the teachers over to gather our details on that. It's unusual. He usually just tells me what the task is through the messenger or calls me in. However, I'm sure it's something simple. Is there anything else that you needed?
I think that's all we had.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay. Very well. It has been a while since I've studied in detail stones of magical origin. Ever since home was the last place I did. Well, I hope that you all have safe travels and
Wait, what? What was that?
home. The magical stones. I'm from Melantherdor, Lusitania, the floating islands to the south.
Oh, so back home you studied magical stones?
Yes. I mean,
They're floating islands.
our
I
islands
think
are
they're whole.
floating stones. So
That's fair. That's fair.
yes, it has been a while since I've been home. I've been here for about 200 years now.
200 years.
Yes. I left my training at about 175 years old and made my way down here to take over the headmaster position.
So 300 years ago, you would have been about 7?
No, I'm 300 years ago I would have been about 75.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Yes.
Hills, man.
Well, I suppose I need to go speak with one of my teachers and have them go find out what our task is. And I bid you adieu. I'm sure you have more pressing tasks if you have something like this in your possession.
If there's ever anything you need, or if there's ever any reason you might want to contact us, we have kind of set up a little bit of a home base, as it were, in Telahara. They know us there.
I see.
Just ask for the accidental heroes.
Right, and what is your name directly?
I'm Thomas Malroy.
And you,
Mouse is mouse.
perfect. And the one in the armor behind you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you. We are a school of magic. If I need to reach out to you, I can do it instantly. Now that I know your name
That makes sense.
and I have your faces, it's very easy to reach you.
Well, I suppose that's all we have. I will bid you adieu and have a good day.
Oh, you have a wonderful day as well. Thank you for all the cooperation that you've shown. All right, so walk out of the school of
But
magic.
before we go back, Mouse wants to. Mouse would kind of wants to try to learn what their task is. So like, she wants to like basically like
Stealth check.
hide out? Yes.
Mickey Mouse.
Yes.
He wants to be all sneaky.
Oh, while she's being all sneaky,
Oh wow! Of course.
I want to go see if I can find somebody with a bow
Okay.
I have a bow.
that they're gonna sell.
Actually,
I think Thomas has an extra one.
what are you looking for? Just a regular bow or like a special bow?
Something that's something that has some more than just the standard roll.
Okay. Yeah, all I have to give up is a standard longbow.
Oh, okay.
I did not get my ones out of the way earlier.
I see that.
Yeah, that's too bad.
So, as you walk out of the school, you dip around a corner and attempt to hide as one of the teachers walks out with the headmaster behind him, speaking. You squat down to avoid detection and sit squarely on one of the rose bushes. You let out a yelp, and your cover is blown.
Oh, those flowers bite. Mouse tried to smell them. They're not friendly.
Make a deception check.
Please feel better.
We'll see.
It's a 2!
Kind of.
That would have been better. But, alright, let's see what we got here. Actually, you know what? It's an 8. Let's use the magic dice. Oh, that's an 8, yeah. No, you're perfectly fine. They buy it. I see. It helps if you smell with the other end.
Mouse is not very experienced with flowers.
Well, there are plenty around the school. Just please do be careful and try not to trample or pick any. And the teacher wanders off, side-eyeing you as they go, making sure they're not being followed.
Well, she just kind of saunters back to the others. Mouse did not learn anything.
Frydek wants to try something.
Thomas is just Frydek at the inn?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me look up something real quick. Just a second.
Okay.
Thomas is just going to go to the entrance and kind of just wait for everybody to show up before walking through.
Alright, so while you're looking that up in the inn, Light, you make your way to the merchant.
Of death.
middle-aged human, female. Short black mohawk, brown eyes, rough chocolate skin. Just kind of looks you up and down and has a face of, not seen you before. What do you want with me?
Oh, I was looking for a better bow.
A better bow? I see. I'm assuming that you have the symbol of the king to even be back this far?
My party was led back here with the symbol of the king. Does anybody come with me?
Are we? I mean, I
We'd be
kind of went
near,
but
because the market was
Yeah.
near the entrance, wasn't it?
Yeah.
are you?
And Mouse
Like, is
has
he
it.
close enough to like see
No,
us
Thomas has
over
it.
here?
Oh, yeah.
Like, we-
If he's close enough to see us, he could always like wave me over.
Yeah, he's definitely close enough to see you.
All right, so then I'll just be over and be like, yeah, we're good here. Here's the mark.
Wonderful. So, you're looking for a bow. And what are you looking for?
Oh, I don't know that I'm looking for anything. I was here to see the king, but unless you have anything specific you think I might be interested in.
Oh, I've got something specific I think you might be interested in. Let me get him a bow, and then let me get you a date.
Wait,
No.
what?
I was
What?
thinking that sounded a lot like
I
a
mean-
proposition.
I mean, I am kind of peckish. If you have some dates around.
Oh, you're a funny one too. I do like the funny ones. What kind of bow are you looking for? One second, let me get him out of the way, and then we'll come back to you. Light, you're either muted or...
So I'm looking for something just better than your standard average bow. I just have and I pull my bow out and show it to her.
Something better than just your average bow. Okay. And what's your budget look like?
It would really depend on the bow.
All right. Well, I would hate to pull out a 50,000 gold piece weapon and not be what you were looking for.
Oh, certainly not something so exquisite. So early in life.
I see. Well,
I'd probably be looking in the realm of about 200.
about 200. Okay, well that's
How pedestrian.
let me see what I have here. Something in that range. would say this one could possibly work for you. However, it's based off of your charisma, and if it was the gentleman beside you, I would say that he would be able to use it very well. You may still be able to handle this. I do have something known as the Bow of Melodies. It's a bow, resembles a small harp, and by strumming the strings while setting an arrow to the bow, you imbue the arrow with magic. You can play one of the melodies when you use the bow to make a ranged attack. You have to, obviously, you have to choose which one you're going to play before you make the attack. But you can play the Melody of Precision, which is inscribed on the back of the bow. If you're proficient in performance, you gain a +1 bonus to the attack roll. If you have expertise in performance, you gain a +2 bonus instead. Or you could do the Melody of Reverberation, which is on the front of the bow. The melody strung echoes loudly. On a hit, the target takes extra thunder damage equal to your charisma modifier.
And this is the same bow as the charisma bow, right?
Yes, this is because it uses your charisma modifier. That's what she was saying.
Oh, okay.
I sent it to you.
Basically a bard bow.
Right?
Sounds like a bard bow. Bard bow. Bard bow, bard bow.
Yeah, I don't know what your charisma looks like, but that is an option.
There's like 4 classes that use charisma.
Sorcerers use charisma.
Yeah, actually, I think they do.
Yeah.
We learned that from like the first 20 episodes of the first season of Critical Role.
Right?
Before Jack Hole got caught cheating.
Right?
There was a lot more to it than that.
Yeah.
Well, that was the bulk of it, but yeah.
I do have one other weapon, which may fit you a little better. Just depending on how well you work. It's the Bow of Conflagration.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ammunition
Fire.
fired from this bow blazes brightly. When you hit with an attack using this bow, the target takes extra fire damage, 1d6. If the target is flammable, non-magical object, it catches fire. And then it takes 1d6 fire damage at the start of each of your turns until a creature uses an action to extinguish the flames.
I hate you so much.
Never shied away from a little.
Beard?
You're giving that.
Oh,
What,
which
like-
bow? Which bow? I want
Never
both.
shied away from a little fire.
Lights and love.
Yeah.
I want
Well-
both bows though, because I'm proficient with charisma.
Are you? Do you have an
Charisma's my
expert in
best stat.
performance?
Oh, probably considering I'm a bard.
Wait, I'm sorry.
He multi-classed in the bard. Remember when he showed up with the bagpipes? When we came back to the party?
I thought he just picked up a hobby.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to most of the crap that like does.
Maybe
We
that
are very well aware of this. Oh,
So, what will it be? Please do
how
make
much
your
is each
choice.
one? How much are they?
Oh, what did you say your budget was?
200.
200? Well, that's
That's never a good idea when they ask what your budget is before giving the price of the bow.
Well, these are just a hair above your budget at 225. But
Aw,
may
can't
be
you cut
able-
my friend a deal?
Make
I
a
mean,
persuasion roll for me. At advantage.
Oh, at advantage? Okay. I gotta roll again then. Well, that didn't change anything.
dude, that's like the fourth time. that
It's
you've
like-
done that.
So no, it's like everybody seen Zoolander, where all of his looks are all the same.
Oh,
Is basically what he just did.
Well, she rolled an 8.
Wait, let me try that again.
She rolled a what?
She rolled an 8.
well,
I mean, I could crit fail and match that.
If she's rolling against Thomas, she should be rolling at disadvantage.
I mean,
Since
she
she
rolled
has
an
a-
I
8
gave
still.
I gave him advantage.
Yeah, but she should still be rolling at disadvantage because she's got a crush on him.
Yeah,
But she rolled an 8, so she still rolled lower.
Yeah.
it's still Thomas. I mean,
well, I suppose for your friend, I could do something for him. I would drop it down to in his budget.
So 200 for each.
200 each, yes.
I need to shut. That's not there.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
you're not there.
While he's thinking on this, where have you been all my life?
I mean, I'm out there looking for relics. You know, I'm kind of devoted to Lathander and my church back home.
Well, I am in my 50s. I guess I could be considered a relic.
Yeah, it can't be true.
Oh, you flatter. Flattery will get you nowhere, but don't stop.
So
I mean, it did get him a discount.
I take out the 200 gold. I'm gonna take the bow of conflagration.
No, you're supposed to buy
Of
the other
course.
one. Dang it.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. If you decide you want the other one and can get back in,
What is the other bow?
the other bow
It's
is the bow of melodies. It's for those that are very charismatic.
Hmm. Would a out of character? Would a +2 be
It
charismatic enough to make that useful, or no?
out of character, it does add. It would add 2 thunder damage to the attack on a hit.
2 thunder damage.
Yeah.
And aside from that, it's what, like a regular bow, or
You
Pretty
can,
much.
yeah. So you can. It has, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, unlimited uses. But you choose which of the 2 songs you play. One is the Melody of Reverberation, which gives you your charisma modifier and thunder damage. The other one is the Melody of Precision, which gives you a +1 bonus to the attack roll unless you have expertise and performance, and then you gain a +2 instead.
okay.
So
So
this
you
is
get
more of a bard
expertise in
weapon.
performance, or
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
in,
yeah.
It's selected on your list.
Ah. I was gonna say Mouse is fairly charismatic, but performance is not one of her proficiencies.
No. All right. No. Just curious.
Well, I suppose that does it for you, little bright one. Now, about that date.
I walk away.
Well, I know I gotta head out with my party here. Soon we're gonna be heading off to Yonrail, but right now, like I might go meet up with them, but we're gonna have to give up our mark here, and I won't be allowed back here again.
Oh, I do so hate to hear that. I guess it's a good thing I live outside the gate.
Not getting out of that one, Thomas.
I might have been looking to try to get some sort of a permanent mark, but
Oh,
So I turn around. Weren't we planning on staying another night?
were we?
That sounds like you were.
Well, I guess if you're interested, we could go somewhere tonight.
well, Mouse is definitely going to try to stealth this one.
Alright. Wait, stealth right now or stealth later?
No, the date.
Alright.
I definitely have some things to take care of, but we're staying at the tavern.
Oh, wonderful. I will meet you there after I'm off, and can't wait.
All right. What time will that be?
Sundown would be when I close up.
Around sundown? Okay.
I kind of walk off a little faster.
Thomas
And,
leaves the ring, goes back to the tavern, and says, "Everyone, we have to pack up and leave now." Here, did you get your DM for me?
I did. Alright, so I need a stealth check from you, Frydek.
Before I swap, or I guess to see if anybody's around. Alrighty. 12.
Better than I did.
Yeah,
Actually, only
so-
barely.
I'm behind the tavern, so hopefully no one's back here.
Yeah, you're good. You're good.
Okay, so I'm going to wild shape
I mean, I like to hang out behind taverns, but maybe that's just me.
into.
Maybe that's where you'll end up on your date.
Do you have a tiny version?
A spider?
Yep.
Oh God.
So I'm gonna wild shape into a spider,
See if I can find
the
one.
tiny one. The one that has an armor class of 12 and 1 hit point.
That's more
And
of an armor class than I
Frydek dies on his
would've
own.
There you go.
Okay.
No, it
So,
only
Is
it
this
only dropped
tiny?
him out of.
Yeah, it's tiny. I can't make a
Okay,
spider
so-
any smaller than that.
Okay. So once he's tiny, he's going to stick to along the wall over here. Do I need to roll a new stealth check?
Once you get to a certain point, you will.
Okay, so he's gonna skitter along the
Shoot.
ground,
Okay.
and then he's gonna head over towards the wall, and he's gonna climb up to the top of the wall.
Is he
Okay.
gonna try to do what I failed to do?
And then I'm gonna stop here in case he wants me to roll another stealth check.
No, you're good.
And then he's going to skitter along the corner and along here. Let's see here.
Okay.
And then he is going to climb. Are these like, am I writing right that these are like windows up here?
Yes.
Okay, so he's
Fairness,
going
I
to climb
I
up
kind of
one
assume
those
up here is
and
where the
go-
king is, yeah?
and
That
go
would be
into
his
the window.
room. Okay.
Now show the
into
fact of becoming
one
a
of these
spider.
windows along the wall here.
All right. Now I do need a stealth check.
Okay. 10.
That
Oh
is-
God.
That's a dexterity check.
Oh well. Oh okay. Oh good, because my stealth is a +4. So
Stealth is a
Add-
+3.
no, my spider, because on the spider I
Oh.
take the skills of the spider for
You take the
strict dex
physical.
con.
Go ahead and actually roll the
Physical
stealth
attribute.
check, though.
Okay. 22. Oh!
Nice.
All right.
Why am I
Why am I
not seeing
rolling
those
it to the
rolls?
GM?
Huh?
I don't know
Oh,
why it's
okay.
only rolling to the GM.
That explains
That's
both
weird.
answers and questions. Whatever.
Okay.
What's the plus on this one? 1 second here.
Let me try something different here.
And Frydek gets smushed.
But to be fair, once he does, he just turns back into Frydek.
Thomas, you
Pretty
may
much.
not have to get your date. You may not have to meet your date tonight. We may be in jail.
Okay.
Well, not we.
So that's a
Why just
total of
Frydek?
21.
Nice.
Better
Yeah.
roll an
Don't-
20 on the next one.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
He
So,
he got to roll with advantage on that one because of the fact that this is a creature under technically a spell or ability.
Wait, what?
These teachers
Seems like
are
there's.
archmages,
Okay.
so perception
Okay,
checks.
so once I get in the window, can I see the king and the archmage talking?
Make a perception check.
Okay, so for perception, that's wisdom, which means I get to use my full. So that's going to be a 16.
16? Yes, you would be able to see them.
Okay, can I hear them, or am I still too far away?
With a 22, I would say you would be able to make your way into the room to a position where you could both see and hear them.
Okay,
King,
so I'd like to hide behind. I'm assuming I'm hiding behind like a chair or something like that.
yeah, the king doesn't have a high enough perception, even if he were to roll a nat 20 to be able to pass a 22. The archmage, on the other hand, he's a lot closer to you.
Oh.
Okay. So while you're standing there, you hear the king say,
So, do you fully understand the task that I've given you?
the teacher goes,
Yes, yes, I think I do. This stone is going to be a very unique asset for the school to deal with. And you're worried that the other kingdoms may have already weaponized this stone. But, well, we have to be prepared for anything. So, we need countermeasures in place. Something that will neutralize this. Not to mention, if we can neutralize it before we ever attempt to move one of these stones, that would be ideal. Less casualties. Less bloodshed. And less noise in other domains. We need to get this under wraps quickly before those that would use this against us have an opportunity. And we need a way to take care of those who would use it against us. So please, do make sure we have a way to neutralize whatever is emitting from these stones, causing these creatures to be raised. Yes. Yes, my liege. I think we can handle that. It will take some time. But we will put all of our teachers on this. We will put our best minds to it, and I'm sure we will find some way to neutralize the effects of these stones.
They can't be that difficult. It's just arcane. Surely it's just arcane. We've dealt with all kinds of arcane before. I assure you this will be taken care of. I'm glad to hear it. Now take your leave. We need all hands on this as soon as possible. Let me know what you find out when you find it out. One more stealth check from you
Oh God.
as he's leaving.
Yes.
Ooh. Oh.
Oh, you rolled a 12, which puts him at a 15.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah, you came very close twice. Teacher leaves, heads back out towards the school.
Once the teacher leaves, I'm gonna start making my way back out of the castle,
Okay.
and
I
if I can keep going without making another, I'm going to climb back over the wall and get back behind the tavern, and I'm guessing do another perception check.
Do one more stealth check to make sure
Oh, one more stealth
that
check.
people don't see you transform back.
Oh, okay. 15.
That's a 17. From a commoner. So, you crawl up, and one of the workers of the tavern come out back with trash and go to dump it. And as they dump the trash down, you shift out of the spider form in the pile of trash. And it just kind of goes all over your body, and they jump back, scream a little bit, and then go back inside.
Why did you throw me away?
No, they run away.
Then I'll take all the trash off of me and go back into the tavern and wait for the rest of my group, because we got things we need to talk about.
You know, like
All right.
Thomas the State?
So I I go ahead and I cross through the gate. I hand the coin back to the guard, and I guess I'll head over to the tavern.
Alright.
So is everyone back now?
What time of day is it right now?
This would be
5 minutes till sunset.
Imagine.
probably midday.
Yeah.
No, I'm actually looking for like midday or something so I can go out hunting before my date.
Oh boy.
So when everyone returns, I'm gonna gather them kind of is there like a corner of the tavern where we can kind of talk without anybody overhearing us?
Yeah, there's corner booths.
Okay. So I try to bring everybody over the corner booth, and I tell them about my little spider excursion, and I relay the conversation to them. And I'm basically like, I knew that I did not like that phrase. Source seems to think that there's nothing wrong, but the way that he's talking, I don't like the way that the king of this place is talking about those stones.
What did he say exactly?
Okay, I don't remember exactly what Beard said, so you guys heard the conversation. So I'm just gonna.
Well, he basically said like they want to neutralize the stones, which
Well, yeah. If the
Well,
real
he
question
also
is whether or
said-
not Frydak can actually recall the exact words.
Okay,
yeah,
so he said he wants to neutralize the stones before anyone else uses them against us.
To
He's
be honest,
already-
the wording he had made it sound more to me as trap. Like he's looking for a way to neutralize their ability to attack us, like essentially
sounded
setting
like
up a Iron
wanted
Dome
to make
situation,
them-
well,
and then-
I don't know.
the way he's talking, it's like he's
and then having a
assuming
nuclear
everyone else is going
deterrent
to
in
use-
case somebody else attacks us with something like this, but not
Personally,
necessarily
to
use it.
me, it sounded like he wanted to like neutralize, as in like deactivate them.
Yeah.
Right, but
To
he
keep
keeps
them from-
talking. He keeps talking like he's assuming that everyone around him is going to use the stones to attack him.
Well, do we know
Somebody make a history
the?
check for me.
I was gonna say, do we know the relationship between the kingdoms? Because
Well,
he might have a reason for doing that.
21
So-
18.
I mean, we are going to try and
We
dethrone
know-
a tyrant king.
Yeah, I was gonna say we know Mythune is.
Yeah, but we're not talking about Mythune.
He's
Right.
talking
It's
about
the
neighboring kingdoms.
which Mythune would
Right,
be.
but the only one that he knows has the stones is Talahari.
Right, which is part of
Except-
his kingdom.
Except that he saw 2 fall to the east, 2 fall to the west, 1 fall to the north.
Yes. He doesn't know where they are, but he has to, as a king, assume that they're in the wrong hands. So, with that, 21, 22, 18, that's a really good history check. You would
We all know our history.
Right. You would know that... Let's see. The Ulasha dynasty, which is the one directly to the right on the map of the Grosdal Empire, has a good relationship with the Grosdal Empire. However, let's see here. The Icy North has a history of holy cleansing. Let's see. Mythune has a history of, we'll say, accelerated expansion. And the Darkened Domain, they pretty much their entire purpose in life is to remove those around them and expand their territory. They even
Mordor.
war with each other.
Okay.
So there is just cause for him to be worried about these falling into the wrong hands. There are multiple nations that would attack if given.
So basically, just the Ulasha dynasty and the Grosdal Empire are the only ones that are somewhat friendly.
No, not necessarily the only ones that are
they're-
somewhat friendly. It's just those are the two that are nearest by.
Okay.
The Irabel Islands they kind of keep to themselves. The Bountiful Coast is a trading coast, so they don't have like an army per se. More along the lines of they keep the peace through cash flow. Lusitania is to the far south and high in the air as its defense mechanism.
Are we supposed to know where half these places are?
I mean, we have a
have
map.
Well, I'm looking at the map, but I don't see half of it. Like the Bountiful Coast, that's not a thing. The Grashnell, blah blah blah, that's not a thing.
So, those are domains. I can give you the capitals of those, which you would know.
Because like I see like the Kanacha Peaks and the Herbal Islands and the
Right.
Lusitania, but
The Irabel Islands, like that's not listed on the map. That's like north.
Right. Irabel Islands are part of the Irabel Empire. Capital is Valeria. Then the Ulasha dynasty its capital is Listeria, and it handles the green portion of the map that is not part of the Grosdal Empire, in that little section above the Withered Basin. Mythune handles Mythune and the island to the left of it, as well as, if I'm not mistaken, the two in the Kamchatka Peaks directly above Mythune. I do have it all
Okay.
marked. But yeah, there's a lot of reason for him to be nervous, we'll put it that way. With that history check, you know what? I could do this. Actually, I might already have it. Yeah, we'll do that. And then we will add this to... there. Boom. As soon as that downloads, I will make that visible to you. Boom. Show to players. There you go. So there is a key to the side, and that has the outlines of all of the different...
Can we also get this posted in the Discord?
Yeah.
Just, especially since the other people are locked out now.
Yes. There you go. Alright. So there is that. Has all of the details about the different kingdoms, so you'll know where you stand as far as in travel. You'll be going across different national lines. You may have to follow different rules.
Wait,
and
so
different names don't pull as much in different areas.
Elder Grove is part of the Darkened Domain.
It is now.
Oh God!
After somebody
fun.
burned it down.
Thanks.
I mean, that did darken it quite a bit.
Funny.
Charcoal's pretty black.
Yep.
Oh gosh. Alright. But yeah, anyway, so there's the kingdoms. You now have a little bit of history to go off of for context. So, go ahead and continue your conversation.
So Mouse doesn't think that there's really anything nefarious going on with this. I think it's just precautions to protect the kingdom from potential inevitables.
Based on your explanation, I'm not sure that it is nefarious as I previously was concerned about.
I mean, we did sort of emphasize that these rocks were very dangerous. So it would make sense that they would want to take extreme measures against them.
I guess I can remain cautiously optimistic. I feel like there's something more going on, but I will leave it at that.
Now, Light, why did you say we were staying another night?
I
Wait,
thought we
what
were.
happened?
I thought we were heading on to Yarnell.
What happened? What did I miss?
Well, I mean, we
Thomas
saw-
has a date.
I mean,
Thomas has a date? And then I'll lean over and whisper to Mouse, "What's a date?"
And like I've mentioned before, Mouse has very little experience in the world of love, but she's gonna explain as best she can two people go and eat food and talk a lot of boring stuff.
They talk about each other.
That sounds weird.
Mouse just shrugs.
Does Thomas hear this, or just...
I mean, Mouse wasn't trying to be quiet. She was just kind of as an aside to...
Okay, because, like, Frydek obviously, like, whispered it, but...
She probably would have, like, kept the same tone and volume.
I mean, you
Got
can
it.
make a perception check.
But it's more like she only whispered it just to, like, not interrupt. To be more polite than to hide
I
it.
don't know why there's two, but here we are.
14? I'd say you could probably pick up a whisper.
I mean, we're very far away.
It's where the start of a romantic encounter. That's all.
Romantic. Is that some sort of magic?
It still sounds boring.
It can be.
Although the food...
I'm very confused.
Don't worry about it, Frydek.
No,
Did you
somebody
guys-
needs to tell him about the birds and the bees.
I've seen lots of birds and bees. I know everything
You-
there is to know about birds and bees. I bet I know more about birds and bees than you do.
Where do baby birds come from?
Baby birds are
Delicious,
eggs.
delicious eggs.
Some people do eat certain bird eggs. I don't. I mean, I don't eat food, but
Where do human babies come from?
I'm assuming human babies come from eggs. Just like everything else. Most everything else.
I look at Mouse and go, Mouse, do they?
Must I be
Mouse isn't
present for the
human. Mouse doesn't know.
Thomas?
Also, what's a baby? I'm just kidding.
Like-
Frederick knows what a baby is.
I will leave this in your capable hands, Light, Mister. We're staying another night.
I mean, we don't have to stay another night. We can leave right now, and you can just, not have your. And again, he's going to put up the air quotes that he doesn't know what they mean. Date. In fact, I think we should go to the next town because I really want to find an artificer. There's some things that I'd like to see if I can get done, but I need an artificer. So
I'm a little worried about the consequences of not showing up for this date.
why? I mean, it's not like she knows your name and knows exactly what you look like and how to contact you at all times.
But
She-
she knows someone that could contact him at any time.
She doesn't, but we've definitely made a name for ourselves here in town.
Oh, well, then I guess you have to go on your date, whatever that is. Beard, is there a temple to Obadiah here?
There is not one to Obadiah here.
I was gonna go back and see the cleric, but I already told him I'd leave him alone, so I'm just gonna not go back over there.
They could explain where babies come from.
So- if y'all don't want to explain the birds and bees to him, y'all are leaving
I
it to me.
told you, I know all about birds and bees.
Do
I
you
can-
know what a
I can
metaphor is?
Transform into a bird or a bee.
Can someone
What's
explain
a
to him what a metaphor?
What's a metaphor?
A metaphor is like when you use something that someone knows about to explain what they don't know about.
I don't have any
Kinda.
idea what you just said.
To be fair, I
it's-
think
it-
that's the best description I've ever heard of that.
That's a pretty good description, yeah.
It's a non-literal translation.
So obviously, I'm not gonna be the one to dive into this. But like, you don't know how human babies are made, so we would be using birds and bees, which you do know about, to explain it.
Right, so human babies do actually, well, I guess bird babies don't come from eggs.
You mean bee babies?
Well, bee babies, that's what I meant.
I mean, they do, kind of.
Wait, how do bees have kids? Hold on.
Larva?
They
Oh, so
lay
like
eggs.
little eggs. Okay, that
They
makes
lay
sense.
eggs and then they hatch into larvae and then they pupate into adults.
So if birds and bees use eggs and humans don't, then why is it called the birds and the bees?
Question,
It
honestly.
sounds nothing like how humans do.
I think
have
it's
babies.
more.
No. So all species use eggs. It's whether or not it's and how the egg how and
Oh,
where the egg
are there
gestates.
eggs are the human eggs inside?
Yes,
That sounds terribly uncomfortable.
I've heard
Well,
it is.
Chicken eggs are inside too.
Yeah,
Totally
but the
not.
chicken and the bird eggs come out as an egg. Do humans lay eggs?
No, the egg stays inside.
Again, that sounds terribly uncomfortable.
Once again, I've heard it is.
So, are you gonna go to dinner with this lady and make her lay an egg?
I certainly hope not.
Thomas, please, we do not need a baby to join us on this adventure.
Our new party member.
I mean, it wouldn't join us
No!
yet.
I almost couldn't get that out with a straight face.
Ow.
I know how birds make the eggs. Do humans make the eggs similar?
Well,
We're still on this.
you're gonna have to explain to me
I
how
think
birds make
so.
the eggs.
Oh.
Okay, this is outside the game. You're still streaming, right?
yes, I am.
And we're still recording.
So,
Well, you can bleep it
Trying
out
to
in
see
the
if I can-
recording.
I'm trying to see if I can explain this from Frydek's childlike point of view while still making us okay for stream and YouTube.
I
So I'm
am
gonna give him
so
a best.
happy
No,
we
I
have the
kinda-
box checked not for children on YouTube.
I kind of am hoping for Fredek to do like a very detailed, like biologically
So-
accurate description of how birds copulate.
Oh no! No!
So
Oh,
a mama bird and a papa bird, they get together, and then a few months later, the mama bird lays some eggs in a nest, and then she sits on them so that they're warm, and then they hatch to baby birds. But if humans have
concept.
inside eggs, but that's the really only difference, then a human mama and a human daddy would get together, and then a few months later she has an egg. Is it still the female that has the egg?
Yes.
So she would have the inside egg. Do the shells come out too?
No.
Wait, with human,
I mean,
the shell would be kind of. It does come out,
yeah.
just in a fleshy form.
That's more of a
Ew.
yolk, actually.
And
yeah.
not really with the egg. Like,
After.
Why are you all like this?
That just sounds entirely painful and messy and And I'm just gonna. You have fun on your date, and I hope you don't make an egg. And then Frydek is gonna go browse the shops in town that he can get access to.
He's gonna
No
go to
worries
the
about him
library.
making an egg.
Rose, please don't make an egg.
What? What'd you say, Beard?
He's gonna go browse the libraries.
No.
Is there a library in town?
Yeah. Yeah, there is.
So, Frydek's gonna go to the library.
Ask if there's any books on the birds and the bees.
Where's the library at? This is your fault, Beard.
Library's right here.
You said we couldn't surprise you.
Frydek's gonna go to the library.
kept asking questions. This
Okay.
is on him, really.
Okay.
Is there a
Listen, you were
librarian?
the one who was like, "You're not gonna get to play the games this episode," so we had to pass time somehow.
Right?
Is there a librarian?
There is.
Oh, I'm gonna follow him.
Oh, no.
I am too.
Thomas is gonna go hunting.
Okay. Jeez. Okay. So let's let Thomas hunt.
Okay.
Do you need a moment to gather yourself?
No, I'm good. It's just I have officially had my first. I know what Matthew Mercer feels like now. Whenever they go down one of their tangents. All right. Thomas, survival check, please, sir. Oh. $18. Okay. What specifically are you looking for? You have both meadows and both meadows and forests. Oh my god, Roach.
There is, what was it, pork that was in short order?
Yes.
So if there are any boar or anything like that, I would definitely be looking for that. And then if not, like deer or whatever, but...
Okay. Yeah, I'd say you could find a boar with that survival check.
Okay. So... I will go ahead and take a shot.
Okay.
Well, that sucks.
Yeah, it does a little bit. So we're probably not going to get into what I thought we were going to get into tonight, so that's going to be fun. That does hit.
Oh, yeah? Okay, cool. Cool. So then I do that.
$15. You're able to take it down with one shot.
And then I'm assuming I have a little bit more time before I have to be back for sundown.
Yes.
So I might just have a gander as to whether or not there might be another one.
There may be ganders.
And that was a survival check, so I'll do another survival check.
Okay. I would say you could probably find its mate, which should be
Great.
Fitting for
Well,
tonight. And that will hit as well.
Do they have any eggs?
And once again, you drop a second one, so you have 2 large boars to drag back with you.
All right. So, yeah, I guess I'm dragging them back because I didn't say I took a cart or anything. So, yeah, I'll slowly drag them back, and I'll go to the butcher.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
You may have time before. Yeah, you might have time to go to the butcher and actually get something done.
You said it's midday. How long is the trip in the library going to take?
That shouldn't take too long. I wouldn't think. Hopefully.
Okay.
Depending.
Because I still have other things I need to do.
Oh, okay. Let me get back to our good friend, the butcher. There we go.
Hello.
Good, sir. I heard you might have been short on some pork here in the butcher shop.
Well, I think I'm a fairly good height. I mean, some people say 5'8's a little short, but
I'm sorry, sir. I understand what you're saying, and you are of good stature. How are your pork reserves doing here at the butcher shop?
Pork preserves. I haven't thought of making preserves out of pork before.
Pork reserves. How much stock do you have of the pork variety?
Oh, pork stock. Okay. Yes, I think I've got 2, maybe 3 jars of pork stock. It doesn't last very long.
I have, being an avid hunter, I've killed a couple boar, and I was wondering if there's any chance you would like to purchase their meat.
Oh, I see. So you're a hunter, and you've. Let's see these boar.
They are right here.
I see. And when did you kill these boar?
Oh, just within the hour.
Within the hour. Okay. So that means they'd be fresh for another. What was I doing? Oh yes. So what would you like to do with these boar?
I was wondering if you might like to procure them for your clientele.
Well, I mean, if you're just giving them away, of course I would love to have them.
No, there's no giving them away. I was wondering if you would like to purchase them.
Purchase them? Oh, I see. And how much are you looking to get out of these boar?
I was wondering what you thought might be a fair price for such large creatures.
Such large creatures? Are they that fatty? Oh. I mean,
you would be the expert on that.
I do prefer lean meat. However, a good fatty cut of bacon. If only I had some boar. Oh yes, boar. Let's see here. Judging by the weight and the size and the build, I would say I could do 3 gold apiece.
And Thomas, having survived off of hunting and gathering, basically, is that a fair price?
4 is what you would typically get, but
4?
3's not terrible.
Okay. How would you how would you feel about 5?
A 5 for both? I mean, that.
No, 5 apiece.
5. That may be just a little high.
A little high. Okay. How? What if I went to 8 and we called it good for both of them?
Well, 8's higher than 5.
Well, 8's less than 10 though, which is what it was for the both of them.
Oh, I see. You're combining the price.
Yes.
And this was on what again?
The
The
marvelous boar here.
marvelous boar. I've never heard of that breed before.
Yes, they are quite marvelous. Just 8 gold and they're both yours.
Make a persuasion check. Low DC.
He's rolled a 2.
Ooh, hopefully really low.
It is very low. Most of the time he forgets what he's talking about. So you said 10 gold for these two, but I'd be willing to go down to 8.
8? Okay. I could, I could do 8. I could make that work.
Very well. Very well.
Would you have any pork on the way out that you might be willing to part with along with the 8 gold?
Pork on the way out. I mean, the only pork on the way out I have is, well, you drug it in. It's the closest one to on the way out.
Well, yes. I was wondering if you had any that was near perished already, as far as whether or not it could be consumed by humans.
Well, I don't have any that are alive. All of them have perished.
Praising Thomas.
This is fair. I would hope they were all dead at the time, but do you have any that are near expiration? Or even just a little past expiration?
I do have some that should be going out of date in about a week or so. I wouldn't be able to do it in addition to the 10 gold pieces, but
Now it's 10. Just take it.
Well, I guess never mind then. I'll just take the 10 gold.
well, it has been a pleasure doing business with you. And he hands over 9 gold pieces.
Yeah, wait, sir. I thought you said 10.
Oh, dude.
Just take it and go.
Nope.
Did I say 10?
You did indeed, sir.
Well, if I said 10, here you go, and hands over the silver piece.
That will do. Thank you.
Thank you. Please do come back and do business with me again. And don't forget your pork that you just purchased.
Thank you.
This is my favorite NPC, I think.
So, out of curiosity, what does he give me? The spoiled pork or
The one you
drug
brought
in?
I think.
just one of them or both of them?
One of them.
Okay, great. So I dragged one of the pigs out.
Hey, you made a profit.
Oh my gosh.
And I'll head back to the tavern dragging a pig behind me. And hopefully find Light at some point.
Alright.
That was phenomenal.
Oh. Okay, now to the favorite portion.
Sorry. One second, let me get my composure. What else were we doing here? I
Right,
said a
gone to
little
the
too hard on
library.
that one.
Braddock is at the library.
Oh gosh. Oh, this is gonna be a session.
All right, and that's what we're gonna call it tonight.
And hope we forget about it.
Nope, it'll be on the internet forever.
Yeah, it will. Oh,
Well, he's the one who edits it. He could completely edit me out.
I ain't editing that out. Oh, all right. Whew. Jeez. All right. So, you were looking for the librarian?
Yes.
Okay.
Maid Marian.
Why is...
Was that a Men in Tights reference?
Why is my computer being weird? Alright.
Are you having to create the librarian?
No. No, I'm having to generate book names. Because I know you're going to ask for it. Okay. So, you walk in, you do see a older male hill dwarf with rugged golden skin, long braided brown hair and brown eyes, medium mutton chop beard. Looks up at you, slightly confused, and whispers in,
What are you here for today?
Hello, sir. My name is Friedak, and I was wondering if you had any books on, I think it's called The Birds and the Bees.
Oh. Are you looking for something that is actually on birds and bees, or are you looking for a book on reproduction?
Humans making other humans. I mean, reproduction.
See. And you're of
I
age.
desire to learn how it is humans make other humans. I'm of age?
Well, yes. That's
I don't
in
know
a
what that
very
means.
particular part of the library. You have to be at least 18 years of age. Well, depending on your race. What is your race? They do have different adult limits, depending on...
I think someone called me a warforged. I don't exactly know how old I am. I know that my father found a warforged about, what was it, 4 months ago, Beard?
yeah, about 4 months ago. Well,
I know
actually,
that
at
my
this
father
point, about 5.
My father found the remains of a warforged about 5 months ago, and he rebuilt it using ironwood, and he reprogrammed me to be a druid. And that was about 5 months ago. But based on the information that I've learned from the Keys to the Future, would I know approximately how old that line was? Didn't he say something like 10 years ago or something? Tiger Stalker and
At that
Bergorn.
point, between 5 to 7 years would be the production date for the servant class.
Okay, so, and I found out that the factory that made me started making me around 6 to 7 years ago. So I guess technically I'd be about 7.5 years old, maybe, ish.
Well, this is certainly an interesting case. I can't say that I've ever had to speak with a warforged. They are
Well, I'm told that
technically constructs,
people
so
that
I
who have
don't know that there is an age of... suppose if there are no laws governing your age to view these details, we could allow you access.
Okay.
He points to a room in the back that is covered by a wall of beads in the doorway.
Okay. So Frydek is gonna pass through the beads. He's unsure about the beads because he's never seen anything like this before. So he kind of delicately moves them aside and kind of slips through. And does he point to a specific book or does he just say the area?
That area.
All right, so I guess I will do an investigation check to look for books about reproduction.
Oh boy.
Because investigation is awesome. That's a 15.
Okay. You you run your fingers across the shelf and land on one named Burning Pain.
Oh no.
Okay.
What is this episode?
I know, right? Oh, this is taking a turn I did not expect.
Okay, is that the only one that I find with a 15?
There's another one named Young Heaven. And another one called Heartless Love. What are you looking for?
One that I think Frydek will understand better than any of the others.
I mean, unless there's a stereo manual instructions about human reproduction.
You find one called Warm Hug.
I grab it off the shelf. Frydek, I think this
That
one
one
would be
almost
perfect for
sounds
you.
benign.
Okay. And so Frydek kind of looks at... I would like to roll an insight check, because Frydek doesn't completely trust Lightlight.
Okay.
So I'd like to roll an insight check. It's a 14.
Okay.
Is he being real with me, or is he messing with me again?
Light, you have your options of rolling depending on whether it is truthful or deceptive. Either persuasion or deception.
Oh, I mean, the for him to understand what this is will be so much more fun than for me to deceive him. So I am being 100% genuine in this.
I guess that'd be persuasion.
Whatever
Yeah, I
he
mean,
rolls
if he chooses to even roll for it, he can choose to fail the check.
If he chooses to roll, I'd like to assist him.
So you get to roll persuasion with advantage.
26. He is being 100% honest.
Okay, so Frydek will take the book and he'll open it up and start reading it.
This is a picture book.
That's amazing.
Okay. What's the first picture?
Oh. This book is essentially the same thing as a book that is very familiar to a lot of people in our world that has the initials of KS.
Frydek is gonna immediately open it, go, nope, close it, put it on the shelf, and walk out of the library.
Oh. All right.
He's just gonna walk out. No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I don't want to know. I'm gonna go back. I don't want to know. I'm going back to the tavern. That's gross. I'm bye.
But Fryedeck, why?
Nope. I don't want to know.
Oh. All right. So we've. Oh no. So we've had the butcher shop. Thomas is walking back to the tavern. We've had the library. Fryedeck is walking back to the tavern. So, at this point, is there anything else that you want to do before Thomas?
Has his date.
Yeah.
So so at this point, what time is it?
I would say probably around 5:30 in the afternoon.
Okay, so I want to catch the butcher shop before he closes.
Oh god. Okay. Oh. Hey, I think I've seen you before.
Yeah, I
Norbert,
was here.
correct?
That would be my friend here, as I pet his head.
I see. And your name was
Light.
Light. Okay. And what can I do for you?
I'm looking for some more lamb.
Lamb.
What was lamb?
You need more lamb. Let me check and see if I've had any more lamb come in. Walks around to the back. Comes back out. You said you were looking for lamb, correct?
Yes.
We had some come in just a little while ago. How much do you need?
3 pounds.
3 pounds. Okay. 1 second. Let me go back here and take a good look at what we have. All right. A few good cuts right down the middle of. Man, I don't even remember shaving this thing earlier. Well, all right. I was able to get you 5 pounds. That would be a silver piece.
Is it actually lamb that he brought me?
Do an investigation check. Yeah, it's lamb.
Yep, that's lamb. 100%.
Oh, is there anything else you would be wanting today?
No, that's good. You said 1 silver piece?
Yes, 1 silver piece for 5 pounds. Yeah, that was what it was.
I'm sorry, 5 pounds?
What?
You said 5 pounds?
5 pounds of silver piece. Silver piece for 5 pounds of lamb. Yes.
Okay. So I give him 1 silver piece.
All right. 1 second. Let me get this wrapped up for you. Comes back out. Well, hello. What can I do for you today? I think I've seen you before.
Yeah, you were giving me 5 pounds of lamb.
5 pounds of lamb. 1 second. Let me go back there and. Comes back out holding a doggy bag. Here is your 7 pounds of lamb. I do apologize for the delay. Here you are. Sir, anything else I can get for you today?
No, that's all. And I leave.
Have a nice day. Come back and see me. Such a nice fellow. Such a weird pet. Never seen someone with a glowing pet like that.
Knew it.
Okay, so I'm gonna go out the gate.
All right.
Did he just get the pork that Thomas dropped off?
I mean, he rolled a 1. He got
Or the quote unquote lamb?
he got lamb. Yeah, 100% got lamb.
Well, I'm not entirely sure because he did go back there a few times again. He could have very well forgotten that he
meat
left
roulette.
the pork over there. Yeah. Was it even lamb that I got the other day?
I mean, you didn't check it. It's hard to say. Do me a favor and roll a d4. 1 is chicken, 2 is pork, 3 is lamb, 4 is beef.
Oh,
You got lamb.
You got lamb.
Oh, so
Meat roulette.
I get this roll with advantage, right?
Yeah.
roll it again and see what the butcher thought he was giving away.
Got the same roll.
17. All right. Things go well. The wyvern has developed a nice taste for pork.
Wait, I thought you said I got lamb.
You got lamb the other day.
Oh, okay.
The wyvern has developed a nice taste for pork. Fresh boar meat. And
And I go back to the inn, hopefully to catch before Thomas goes on his date.
all right. Anyone else doing anything before sunset?
Sunrise. Sunset.
Thomas, you doing anything before sunset?
No?
Sneaking out of town.
I will say Thomas is a little worried that like she might get upset if he like disappears,
Okay.
and that might have bad repercussions. So he's gonna stick around and like go on this date, even though it's not necessarily something he's interested in.
All right. Keep in mind she's also almost double your age.
They're both consenting adult. It's fine.
This is putting full on American Pie and Stifler vibes.
Oh my god.
All right. Oh no. Oh no. And there's Thomas. All right. So, as you walk down to meet in front of the tavern, the barkeep signals for you to come over and whispers, "Your friends paid for a room to yourself tonight."
Oh, God.
They did what now?
They wanted to make sure that you had an open room if you needed it.
Oh, okay.
The winged one took care of.
Oh, of course he did. Well, thank you for letting me know. Please don't let anyone else know.
Oh, okay. I will be happy to keep it discreet for you.
Thank you. And I toss him a gold piece.
Thank you. Definitely discreet now. All right, so your date walks up. So,
Hello there.
hello. Shall we go inside?
Inside?
Well, this is the only place in town to eat.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let's grab a bite. Yeah.
Hey, Thomas, make a perception check for me.
I mean, in fairness, we are kind of like in the tavern, like everybody's around, but oh, sorry, I accidentally rolled a second roll. That's nothing.
Yeah, it might be.
This may be the greatest session we've ever had.
She's secretly a seductress, and yeah, you're gonna need that wisdom save.
So-
Succubus.
All right, so
Been there, done that. I mean, what?
oh, you come in and sit down at a table. She says, "You know, I didn't actually catch your name earlier."
Oh, well, it's Thomas.
Thomas. That's a nice name. And your last name? Mr. Mysterious?
Thomas Malroy. And you?
Isabel Otorna.
Well, it's lovely to make your acquaintance, Isabel.
As with you. So, tell me a little about yourself.
Oh, I'm just a weary traveler. You know, I'm looking for relics. You know, very religious. I follow the god Lathander, and I work for my city back home, and I, you know, just try to do right by them.
Well, I can't fault you for that. Sounds like you are a rather good man. You watch as she pulls a hard candy out of her pocket and sticks it in her mouth.
His grandma's always had hard candy.
Yes.
I mean, let's be fair. 50's not grandma. I mean, could be, but
I mean, to be fair,
not stereotypical grandma.
I have a sister that is a grandma and she's 2 years younger than me. So, could be.
Well, yes, but not the stereotype grandma with like the old bag and the little candies.
I mean, I'm just saying, she just pulled a hard candy out of her pocket. That's just... Anyway, continue.
Does she have knitting in her bag too?
No, nothing like that. Grandma with a mohawk.
Oh,
Amazing.
What else can you tell me about yourself?
I mean, that's about it. I, you know, lived on my own, traveled, tried to find stuff, and I ran into this folk a little while back, and we've been traveling together ever since. And that's about it.
Very well, I'll let you keep your mystery. It is intriguing anyway.
What about you? What are you up to? You've been here all your life?
Ah, yes, I was born and raised in Castlehorn. I started my shop in my teens and made a name for myself, and the king brought me into his inner court for my superior wares. I've been in a few on and off again relationships, but never really had the right fit here. You know, hopeless romantic and constantly on the search for love, so when someone catches my eyes, I tend to make a move.
I see. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really had much time for any of that. Always on the go, you know.
I see. Wandering vagabond. So mysterious. Very, very mysterious. There's something about a mysterious man.
I do want to be upfront. I'm gonna leave in the morning, and
behind if you'd like.
Oh gosh.
ooh, I just want to be upfront and let you know that I'm gonna leave in the morning, and I'm not sure if or when I'll be back.
Well, I suppose that's a risk I'll have to take then. Two drinks show up at your table.
Oh, I don't know that we ordered these.
It's from your friend over there, the glowing one.
Give me a light. Well, enjoy. And I go to cheers.
Bottoms up. Throws the entire thing back.
Oh my! Thomas sips his and sets it down.
So, Thomas, what do you look for in a woman?
Well, as I mentioned, I haven't really been in the search for a woman. I'm more interested in relics right now, trying to find things to help my people back home.
I see. I gather this is not going the way that you wanted it to. It's not going the way I wanted it to either.
I can't say I had any strong expectations for this evening. I'm possibly a little uncomfortable, but that's all.
Oh, a little uncomfortable. Let's order our meal and see if I can make you a little more comfortable before the night's over. We're gonna go ahead and cut there, and it continues on just as awkward the entire night. I do need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Oh no.
I don't wish that went a different way, but
Oh, no. So, as I see you finishing drinks, I'm going to be sending drinks.
Oh no, Mouse, what are you doing?
She's stealing food from the plate. She's
Oh, okay.
under the table.
Oh,
I was about to say, wow! This really went over.
went a different way than yeah. Okay.
So how many drinks would I have been able to feed him?
I would say the date lasts probably about an hour. So, Thomas, how many would you have gotten before you decided to force yourself to stop? Or would you have forced yourself to stop in this situation?
He did say he was just sipping them.
I mean, sipping, but like at the same time, that's all that's in front of him as far as drink goes, and we're eating. Probably 4 or 5 drinks in.
Alright, give me one more then.
One more? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that was almost a 1.
Man.
Alright, so over the course of the night, you are slightly intoxicated, but it's just a small buzz. Nothing that you haven't been through before. You still have your wits about you. She tells you good night unless you don't want it to be good night.
Unless you want it to be a great night.
And then kind of looks at you for your answer. While slowly grabbing her stuff.
I should probably go, but when I'm back in town, I'll be sure to stop by.
I certainly hope you do. You'll know where to find me. Kind of walks out a little disappointed and defeated. You can see she's a little deflated in the way that she walks out. And that concludes combat for tonight.
Mouse comes out from under the table. Yeah, that was boring. Food was good though.
That's funny.
Alright. So, what do you all do after this date concludes? Oh my god. What a night.
Oh, who said it was over?
Oh no. Well, she has officially left.
Or started to.
True. Depending on what he does at what point in time. Oh no.
How worried do I need to get?
Anytime he giggles like that, probably pretty worried.
No, I'm not gonna do it.
Alright. So, what do all of you do?
I totally should, but
Then do it.
Oh,
no.
are you gonna cast command?
Oh, I do have that.
Oh no! Don't take anything from me. If it was something that you thought of, do it. But don't just.
You're just like, what have I done?
Why, Beard? Why?
I'm sorry.
I just want to
assumed that
know
was
what
he was
he's
doing.
laughing at.
Yeah.
Oh, don't give him ideas.
I thought that was where his brain went.
No, I actually genuinely never thought of using that on the party like that.
All right. What is your
Like
thought?
that.
And are you doing right? Are you continuing on with this, or are you gonna let it play out?
Oh, I'm gonna let it play.
Okay. Now I need to know what you were thinking. Since you're not doing it, I need to know what you were thinking.
We all need to know.
Oh, I was going to try and persuade him to go chase after her,
Uh-oh.
and
Just let loose for the night.
you know, my wonderful persuasion.
Yeah. Alright, so what is everybody doing now that this awkward situation has come to to a close, and now he's just kind of sitting in the tavern awkwardly to himself. With Mouse under
Mouse
the
had
table.
crawled out from under the table. She said she was bored, so
Right.
I think she's just gonna go to bed.
Right.
Dates were as boring as she thought they were.
Thomas, what are you doing to end your night?
I'm gonna head upstairs to my private room and lay down in bed and go to sleep.
So,
Alright. Oh no.
as he stands up, I'm going to point at him and use message. You really ruined that.
Do I know with message that it came from Light?
You would hear it in his voice in your head and know that you can reply. Wait, no, that's
Oh,
sending.
okay. Mm-hmm.
Message, I don't know that you can reply to.
Would I know it was him though?
Targets. Here's the
Oh,
message
yeah,
that
you
reply in
would
a
hear-
whisper that only you can hear.
Yeah.
I think it would still be in his voice.
So even
yeah.
though I can reply in a message that only, or a whisper that only you can hear, I just say out loud, "This isn't what I'm about," and turn and stumble upstairs. Assuming, of course, the rooms are upstairs, but I assume they are.
I think they were.
Oh, I didn't realize that was, Oh, that's gonna come in handy. Yeah.
More maniacal laughter from Light.
Yep. Always
Well,
scary.
you know, this is telling me I have the ability to talk through walls.
Right.
Eh.
Oh, goody.
Alright. So is this everybody going to sleep for the night?
The second that this whole cockamamie date business started, Friday just went upstairs and was like, nope, 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 and he stood in his normal spot at the end of the hallway.
Alright. Anyone doing anything other than going to bed now?
I think Mouse wants to take out those goggles and inspect them.
Okay.
Ooh. Okay.
Alright, do you leave them on the skull whenever you inspect them?
For now, yeah.
Okay. I need...
Arcana
Uh,
or investigation?
First probably comes out some sort of
Saving
save.
throw first.
Or
yeah.
probably a save. Wisdom?
Yeah. Wisdom saving throw.
Okay. I could have done worse.
You're fine. Okay, and yes, this will be an Arcana check.
So, Mouse, where are you doing this?
Just in the room
Like,
where she would be sleeping.
Okay.
On a great check.
Anybody in there with you?
I mean, Fradak would be outside of the room.
I'm not. I got a private room paid for by Light.
I don't know if anybody would be sharing the room with me, but I'm assuming 11 doesn't get much, though.
No, an 11 wouldn't get much at all.
They're goggles.
They are definitely goggles, and they have an arcane presence to them. That's all you're able to pick up.
Would you, at that point, ask anyone else to help, or would you?
I think she'd try to actually put them on herself.
Ooh. Okay.
Oh, gosh.
Okay.
Elena, this is now the time to speak up if you're in the room with her.
I don't believe I am. I don't. Well, the
So we have
alternative would be in a room with Light.
Right. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, I'll probably be in the room with Mouse.
Okay.
Please don't kill me, Mouse.
All right, Mouse. Do you look at Alina?
Yeah, I'll look at Alina.
All right. There you go. I sent that to you.
Okay. And do I know that this is
It is
what I
not.
can?
It is not an attuned item, so it is something that can be used immediately.
It does say requires attunement.
Did it really? I'm sorry, I didn't
Yeah.
see that.
I don't know. Okay. So I basically wouldn't technically be able to do anything with it.
No, you're correct. You would not be able to do anything with it unless you spent the 15 minutes to attune to it.
Can we say that I messed with it enough to do that before I put them on?
I mean, yeah, you could
Or
spend
inspected them enough?
you could spend 15 minutes with them before you put them on.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
let me see something.
Are you going to use a charge?
I mean, I don't know what I would have her do if I tried. Actually, yeah, I'll try to use a charge.
Okay. Alina, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, joy.
It's a low DC for these items.
Yeah.
So, did that go through?
No, it didn't.
It was a nat 1. I have plus a 7.
Yeah, well, not one is an auto
I
fail.
Yeah. So what am I doing, guys?
Mouse is just gonna ask you to tell her a bedtime story. That's all she wants.
Do I know any bedtime stories?
Oh no.
That's-
Basically, I just pretty much just
Apparently
cast
not.
one person on you.
Yeah. She cast
Cast
charm,
what?
Charm person.
Basically.
So now I have to come up with a bedtime story?
You can just say that you tell a bedtime story from your childhood.
I will tell a very poorly reworded bedtime story that I may have heard once or twice.
That's perfectly fine with Mouse.
All right. That was fun.
Do I realize afterwards?
After an hour, yes.
Yeah, once the spell ends, you know that you were charmed.
Okay, I don't think my story is gonna last an hour, so I will probably just tell her the story and go to bed.
And then
I'll
like
question
tuck,
in the morning.
tuck her in.
Tuck her in. Okay.
Oh, goodness.
I get up and I firmly tuck the sheets around Mouse, wrap her up like a burrito, and then just go to bed.
Burrito.
I'll question it in the morning.
All right. So, no incidents throughout the night, aside from what was just described. And you complete a long rest. The charges are back on the goggles. And the day is yours to do with what you please.
What'd you do with the skull?
I think I probably would just put it back in the bag of holding.
Okay.
So when you
I
wake up in the morning, or
do have to ask, how late are we going? Because I don't know whose has hard limits.
I do work in the morning.
Yeah, I do too. We're not going to be going much further.
Okay.
I mean, can we just end it here?
I was going to let you guys figure out what you're doing to start the morning and then call it.
I mean, to be honest, as far as morning goes, I would probably maybe hunt and then head out for Yarnell.
Yeah, I was thinking if we don't have anything else to do here, we could probably go through a couple days travel. Because that doesn't take too long. Unless something pops up.
Yeah, that's the problem. Something may pop up.
Okay. And
We
Friday?
may be left on a...
I was just gonna say that we should probably start heading towards now.
Okay. Thomas, if you want to go ahead and make a survival check to see if you can find anything to hunt.
Oh, okay.
While he's hunting,
I probably find something.
Yeah, you find... What exactly are you looking for? Not the best day out there, Light.
I might check for some lamb.
Okay, with a natural 20, you are able to find a ram out in the woods.
I said lamb.
It's still sheep. It's lamb.
Okay.
When when Frydax sees Light training, can he attempt to do an animal handling check as well?
Sorry.
Yes, absolutely. That definitely hits.
would he have followed me out?
That is up to him.
I mean, he started getting up and leaving. Where did you go?
Outside the gate.
You have a
Oh, okay.
healthy-sized ram.
Great. I'm gonna bring that back.
Oh no.
I might.
Are you gonna steal more money from the butcher?
All right. Here's a question.
I mean, seriously.
Here's a question. Do I know that Light and his wyvern, like that they have a lamb thing?
Depending on where he did his training the other day, whenever he had lamb, it is entirely possible. What do you think? Would he know that your wyvern likes lamb?
I don't know that I would have shared that specifically, but I mean, I would have asked him to at least keep an eye out for lamb.
Okay.
Okay. So it might take the lamb back, cook a little bit for breakfast, and be like, "Hey, Light, do you want some of this to, feed your pet there?"
Do I know what type of meat he's offering me?
I would probably share that with you.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure Norbert would love it.
And obviously, I would share breakfast with whoever wants it. But
All right. So everyone aside from Fryedeck has a nice, strong, healthy breakfast. And you all prep to head out to Yonrel.
I believe so.
Yep.
All right. So you get the carts loaded. Everyone sits down, gets ready to roll out, and that is where we're going to end.